So here's the homework help for Honors Algebra section 3.4, problem number 6, F. The rest of number 6 you could do without your calculator. You have determined that the equation for y1, which is the calories that, what's his name, Lewis is burning. So he started out with 400 and he's burning 20.7 calories per minute with his exercise, and his goal is to reach 700 calories. So you calculated that already. X is time in minutes and Y is calories, with Y1 being calories that he's burning and Y2 being his goal. So to use your calculator to get a graph of this, I'm going to choose Y equals, and for the first one I'm going to say 400 plus 20.7x. Make sure that you don't use the symbol for multiplication. You want to use the variable x. All right, and I do that with that button, with the button right there. It gives us the variable x. And our second plot is just going to be a straight line of 700 for how far he is, what his goal is for calorie burning in his workout. So that's all I need to do to set it up. Now I want to come to the window. Well, let's make an estimate here of what we think this might look like. So if our x-axis is time in minutes and our y-axis is calories, and his goal is 700 calories. He's starting out, so before he's even started the workout, he's at 400, which would be about right there. And he's going to do so many calories a minute. So this will be his 400 plus 20.7x, and this will be 700. So let's look at our window. Here we go from, we really don't need to go from 0. We can go from, I don't know, maybe about 300 up to something more than 700 for our window. And for time, you know, let's start with 10 minutes and see what that does. So let's go ahead and set our window so that we get a graph that we like. So let's make our x minimum, we'll go ahead and make that 0. And we'll make our x max about 10 minutes. And we'll make our y minimum, it doesn't have to be 0 because he's already starting at 400. So let's make that about 300. And we'll make our y max about 800. All right? This is a little bit of an art form. You can do this different ways, but let's see how this works, and we'll go ahead and draw our graph. So there's the calories that he's burning, and there's his goal. Oh, and we want to get to the point where these two graphs cross. So our x-axis, our window for our x-axis is not big enough. So let's go back and make our x max bigger. So we'll go back to window, and let's make our x max, we'll just make it 20 and see what happens. Well, look at there. Okay. So what is this graph telling us? This graph is telling, so this line is y1. This is 400 plus 20.7x. So this is how many calories he's burning with every minute of his, or how many total calories he has burnt with every minute of his workout. And this is his goal. When he reaches 700 calories, he's going to stop. So the question is, at this point, how many minutes does he have to work out to reach this point? And we can do that with a trace. Okay, so I happen to pop in right there. So if I move my trace up, and there I am. So at a little bit over 14.5 minutes, he has burnt 703 calories. So at 14.46 minutes, he's burnt 699 calories. So it's somewhere around 14.5 minutes, and we can tell that by the trace on our calculator. So the question for F and G has to do with that point on your graph. So time is about equal to 'I'll go ahead and say 14.5 minutes. And that's how you do the calculator for problem 6.